Hola! So somebody asked about collaring in vases, and since I'm actually going to make a watering can for a friend, so I figured I would do that. Also, people have asked about centering and making large pieces as opposed to small pieces. I'm not going to go totally into that, but I wanted to say that somebody once told me a long time ago that when you want to center something large, center the top, like the top 3 pounds, and then kind of like move your way down as you go, and that will alleviate some of the like the strength issues if you don't have the strength to do it. But we'll get into that in a bit. I'm gonna do some mixing bowls so we can talk about that. This isn't even that much. This is probably like 2.5 pounds, 3 pounds maybe. Okay, so when we're working with collaring, we want to make sure that we are, what you do basically is you throw, collar, throw, collar, throw, collar. So you go back and forth between to see how, like, just to make sure that you're kind of like centered. Wow, this needle tool. I have no idea how close I am to the bottom. And since I'm doing one of those, yeah, okay, that's fine. So you want to basically throw, collar, throw, collar, throw, collar. Now, if you're doing like a really skinny vase, it's going to behoove you to throw towards the inside as you throw. And remember that when you're getting skinnier, you're gaining more clay, so you don't need it to necessarily be super thick at the bottom. I'm trying to decide how I want this to look. I don't even know. It's already a bit bigger than I thought it was going to be, but that's okay. You should probably take any watches off as well. It would not be intelligent to throw with your watch that would get in the way as you're putting it down into your piece. Okay, so doing here, we want to take off some of this clay on the bottom. Okay. This is going to shrink pretty significantly, so. Okay, so I'm not going to be too worried about losing anything at the top. Like if I have to cut it off a little bit, I'm not too concerned about that. Nobody's watching you. It's fine. But what I want to do is I'm going to, you know, when I learned, my teacher told me to like take 6 fingers and bring it in like this. You can just take your whole hand too, that's fine. You know, take it from the top and you bring it in, and it's gonna get a little bit wobbly, and then you're going to throw it back up a little bit, and that compresses those particles that you've displaced, essentially. Look at me speaking like I know anything about science. I technically tend to use this part of my hand to compress, at least on the right side. And then I'm throwing up. And then I compress my rim. And I'm gonna clean out this inside a little bit. Make sure my hands are kind of good. So what I'm doing this for is I'm gonna do one of those things that you hold with your fingers, and then you hold with your fingers, and then it like holds up the water, and then you can drop it down again, essentially. And see, I'm still using this part of my hand because it's nice. It's like a nice little, and I'm basically going like this as I squeeze in. You know, it's got like 3 points of contact, as you will. I wonder if this is going to be enough clay to hold up that whole pot. Well, it should be. It'll be fine. I'm not worried about it being straight, centered, because I know the person that's getting it, and she's not worried about it either. So I'm gonna come in, make that look a little nicer. Good. Look at this. Good, good, good. I don't know if I actually just said anything that was of value, but the basic thing is basically that you want to pull, compress, like collar, compress, pull, collar, compress, pull, collar, compress, and that's your main kind of like functions that you want to do. So yeah, okay, here we have it. This is going to be a watering can that you like lift up. Hopefully it's not too heavy, and we'll see in a second how heavy it actually is. It's pretty heavy. So if she doesn't like it, I'll make another one. And that's okay. Okay, bye.